Hi guys, today I'll be doing my power review and I hope you enjoy. So this is about a young woman in 1918 and she's mad and she's desperate to escape her family's farm and she's scared of isolation and loneliness and all she wants is love in her life and to be a star basically. And this is a prequel to X that I previously reviewed on Sunday. So essentially, I didn't know this was a prequel to X, but again, I said this in my X review. When I go into X, I did find out this was a prequel because it was just someone was named Pearl and Mia Goth was in it, and I searched up and it was true. So essentially, I didn't know this was a prequel to X. And as always, I'm gonna start with what I liked, and then obviously to the dislikes. And yeah, let's get to it. So the first thing I liked is Mia Goth's acting. I felt like she did a brilliant job as Pearl and portrayed her really well, and I'm glad they got Mia Goth to play the young Pearl, which was a really smart choice because she did do it really well. The acting was just top notch, really brilliant. And that's one thing I liked. Another thing I liked is how we are focused on just Pearl, and I do kinda like a teeny bit prefer the slasher, like it wasn't X, but I did like how it was focused on Pearl and her life before X happened. So that's one thing I liked. The next thing I liked was mum and Pearl's dynamic. Like the mum obviously wants her to stay at the farm and look after her dad and do like chores around the farm, while she obviously makes food for her. And I do like how the mum wants her to do that, but obviously Pearl wants to be a star, so she has different dreams she wants to pursue. So I did like the dynamic because the mum's kind of controlling and just wants doesn't want best for her daughter. I don't think she just like I don't know. I don't understand the mum really, but yeah, I did like the dynamic. The next thing I liked is how like Pearl connected with X, like the little yeah, like for example, the dance she does. I know why she done it in X because when I saw it in X, I was confused, but now I know she just likes dancing or something. But I like how some stuff in Pearl connected with X. Like we had that crocodile in Pearl. I don't know how they're still alive. How long do crocodiles live? Because I thought it would have been dead in X, but unless it was really old, like Pearl was. But yeah. Another thing I kind of relate to and do like is Pearl wanting a successful life because we all want a successful life, and we can all relate to that, but not her killer side, obviously. I don't relate to her killer side at all, but I do relate to the character of Pearl a lot. Because she obviously wants a successful life, she wants to be a star, she wants to be famous. Well, I don't want to be famous, but, well, I don't mind, but I relate to Pearl, like, a little bit, but not the killer side. Because we all want that successful life, and that's what Pearl wanted, and it was probably hard for her, especially in 1918, because I don't like because women didn't really have any rights then, which is mad. But yeah, we all relate to Pearl wanting a successful life. So okay, another thing I liked is I like the ending. I kind of got chills from the ending, but I like how she's forcing herself to be happy but really isn't because that's basically like most people because they hide that they're like sad and everything, but like they force themselves to be happy. So that gave me chills and I did like the end. So yeah, she basically just gave up like trying to be a star because she obviously failed her audition. Um, she can't get off the farm. She killed her well cinema lover, so she can't really go to Europe either. So she just gives up and just waits for Howard to come home. And yeah, that the chills the ending gave me was just because her smile as well. It was a good ending, and I do feel bad for her because she did just give up because she literally failed everything. So, okay, the next thing I liked was her monologue. At first, I felt it was kind of like dragged on for ages, but nah. Second, when I watched it the second time, I was like, I actually watched all of it and listened to it, and I can't believe that was done in one take. Mia Goth is brilliant. It was just a good monologue. She literally said everything about she literally confessed to being a murderer to someone, like her friend, Mitzi, and everything, and she just wants to be happy, basically. That's all her monologue's about. So, yeah, I did like her monologue. Next thing is, I did like her little romance with the cinema worker, I don't know his name. I did like that because How is obviously in the war and she feels lonely and she obviously doesn't want to feel lonely, so it makes sense for her character. It makes a lot of sense. So I did like seeing that aspect of her story. So yeah, that's that. Next thing I liked is I loved her tantrums. They were just funny and priceless. Like her little tantrums, like when she's shouting at her cinema lover, when she's having a go at her mom. She also has one when she failed her audition. She has a big tantrum about I want to be a star and everything. I just found it really funny. And again, she just wants a good life, so she's just angry, and I don't blame her. Just she wants to let her anger out. So I did find her tantrums quite funny. The next thing I liked was um the year it was set. I felt like I was more a little bit. X felt more like the set I was watching, but this felt a little bit not. But I did like it was a vibe. I did like the outfits. Pearl War, for example, they were like I don't know what people wore in 1918, but it felt old. So that was good. Okay, next thing I liked was this is kind of a connection to X. I liked how Pearl got the successful life, but Maxine got a successful life. It's like another person's born, obviously the same, well, looks like her and everything. Just then Maxine gets a successful life, and Pearl gets an unsuccessful life. I knew Pearl would get the can't say unsuccessful life because well, Maxine's got the successful life. So I did know Pearl was gonna like fail at everything because she's obviously still in the farm in X. So yeah, that's that. But I did like how we got that aspect as well. Okay, the next thing I liked was again I spoke about this earlier. We finally got like a meaning to like the little dance Pearl does in X because I got confused. But now we know, so that's that. Next thing I liked was I loved how determined Pearl was. I mean, I wish I was like determined like Pearl, like to do something or get something, something like that. It's just she just wants to be a star, obviously, and she was determined to do that. But I did like how I did like how determined she was. Okay, next thing I liked, I got a lot of things I liked about this movie. Okay, I felt the fire stunt when her mum's on fire. I did like the effects; they looked real. Like afterwards, or the after like makeup afterwards, after she's not on fire was really good and quite freaky. As she got thrown in the basement, you could see and everything. Or so it was good effects. Okay, next thing I liked was the outfits Pearl wore. I spoke about this like more a minute ago or something. I did like the outfits Pearl wore, especially the iconic like red dress she wears as well. I just felt, yeah, it fitted the 1918 era, I think. Okay, the next thing I liked, we're nearly at the bottom. I liked how Pearl doing what she wants for a change. Like she doesn't want to be bossed around anymore by her mum or anyone or anyone's gonna let us down the farm. So I do like how she's doing what she wants because I know some people get told what to do and everything. They can't do anything on their free will, and I do feel bad for that. But I do like how Pearl was doing what she wants. She's not letting anyone get in her way. So, like again, the determination of her was just brilliant. Okay, the next thing, well, the last thing I think on my liked list was I like how slow paced it was because I didn't want it to be fast, but to like just skip through a story like that. It was just a Pearl movie, and I do like how slow it was going. Like it was a very slow, and I did like that because we got lots of answered questions about Pearl, and I did like that. So slow paced, it was really good. Another thing I think I forgot. Another thing I liked was I liked Mitzi's and Pearl's friendship before also that went gone. I like how supporting Mitzi was, even though she did win. Well, she got in like the audition, she won it, and I like how she kept that secret, and I like how supportive she was to her friend. Because she obviously felt bad as well, but after finding out she was murdered, she just got sliced by Pearl. So I did like their friendship until it obviously didn't last as well. Oh yeah, another thing, I think this is the last thing. I like the kills. I know it wasn't a kill based like slasher movie, but it had good kills in it, like realistic kills, and yeah, the only like best was probably Mitzi's one. But yeah, that's I think that's all what I've liked. I liked everything nearly, and I did quite find it weird how the scarecrow scene and the pearl scene, you know what I'm talking about. That was quite weird, but yeah, oh well. Now on to dislikes. I didn't dislike anything, if I'm honest. I actually have nothing on this list that I disliked, and that's a good thing. So obviously I disliked nothing, and I disliked nothing in this movie. I loved all this movie. So overall, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 5 because this movie was just brilliant. Probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time, actually, because I don't know why I just love this movie. And if I had to pick between X or Pearl, definitely Pearl. I prefer Pearl. And me and Goff done a brilliant job, and I do. She's a really good actress, and I've only found out about her when I was watching X. But yeah, Maxine's set to come out, I don't know, soon. And it's obviously going to be following Maxine's story. Just Maxine. I wish Lorraine survived. I really do. I know this is off topic, but I wish Lorraine and Maxine survived so Lorraine could be in like Maxine and probably like die in there as a slasher. But yeah, Maxine's set to come out soon. And I really love this movie. This movie is one of my favorite movies of the year and probably of all time. Right on my list. It's just this movie is just good. I don't know what else to say. It was just brilliant, fab, good job. And A24 is probably a good genre. I don't know, but I've only watched X and Pearl that are in the A24 like kind of genre, and I love them both. So I might find some more A24 horror movies to watch. Who knows? But yeah, I love this movie. I don't know what else to say honestly, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, also yeah, I said I would give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and also I'm trying to get like all 2022 reviews out there before 2023 because obviously I don't really want to be doing 2022 reviews in 2023. So I'm trying to get there might be loads of uploads. They're just random uploads at 6 or 9 because I well basically upload the times I uploaded either 6 or 9, and my upload schedule was uploads on Sundays and Wednesdays. I'll make a like individual video on my like upload schedule for 2023 possibly or something. But yeah, there might be a lot of videos coming out because I don't really want to do reviews of 2022 movies in 2023. So yeah, expect lots of uploads. And also I'm gonna do a video of like the worst and best movies of 2022 horror movies in my opinion. So look out for that. I'll probably post that on New Year's Eve before obviously New Year's. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.